Hello, my dear friends. Today I want to share something that might truly surprise you. For decades, we've been told that fruit is nature's perfect medicine, God's own pharmacy growing on trees and vines. And indeed, most fruits are magnificent healers when we understand how to work with them properly. But here's what the mainstream health world rarely discusses. As our bodies mature and transform through the golden decades of life, some fruits that once nourished us beautifully may now present unexpected challenges. You know, in my many years of natural health education and working with thousands of individuals on their healing journeys, I've witnessed something remarkable. The same food that brings vitality to one person might create burden for another, especially as we journey through our senior years. Our digestive capacity changes, our liver processes things differently, our kidneys require more gentle care, and our blood sugar regulation may need extra support. This isn't weakness. It's simply the natural evolution of our magnificent bodies adapting through time. Today, I want to walk alongside you through 7 specific fruits that deserve special consideration for our beloved senior community. Some of these revelations might genuinely shock you because they're often celebrated as superfoods in popular health circles. But remember, nature teaches us profound lessons about timing, preparation, individual constitution, and the delicate balance required for optimal health. Before we dive into this crucial discussion, I want to invite you warmly into our growing family of natural health seekers. If this information touches your heart or serves your health journey, please take just a moment to show your support by liking this message, sharing it with someone you care deeply about, and subscribing to stay connected with more life-changing wisdom from nature's incredible pharmacy. Your engagement genuinely helps us reach more precious souls who desperately need this vital information for their wellness journey. Let me begin with grapefruit. This stunning, powerfully bitter citrus that demonstrates such remarkable effects on our liver's detoxification pathways. Now, please understand, grapefruit itself isn't inherently dangerous or harmful. In fact, it contains incredible medicinal properties when used with proper understanding and timing. The real challenge emerges when we combine this potent fruit with pharmaceutical medications, creating interactions that can become quite serious. You see, grapefruit contains specific natural compounds called furanocoumarins that significantly affect the cytochrome P450 enzyme system in our liver, the exact same pathways our liver uses to process and metabolize medications. When grapefruit interferes with these delicate pathways, it can cause medications to accumulate to dangerous levels in our bloodstream, or conversely, render them far less effective than intended for our healing. I remember counseling a wonderful gentleman named Robert, age 74, who had been managing his heart condition quite beautifully using natural methods alongside his prescribed pharmaceutical regimen. Every single morning for months, he faithfully drank a large glass of fresh grapefruit juice, genuinely believing he was doing something tremendously beneficial for his cardiovascular health and overall vitality. Over the course of several weeks, Robert began experiencing increasingly unusual weakness, persistent dizziness, and episodes of confusion that seemed to emerge from absolutely nowhere. His family became concerned, and he started questioning whether his condition was deteriorating despite his careful attention to health. When we sat down together and carefully examined his daily routine, supplement protocol, and dietary habits, we discovered that the grapefruit was dramatically intensifying his medication's effects far beyond what was safe or intended. The moment he switched to warm lemon water in the mornings, which offers similar alkalizing and cleansing benefits without the problematic enzyme interference, his troubling symptoms resolved beautifully within days. The essential lesson here isn't to develop fear around grapefruit, but rather to understand that if you're taking any medications whatsoever, you absolutely must work closely with your healthcare provider to understand these potentially serious interactions. Nature provides us with numerous citrus alternatives that offer comparable benefits without these complications. Durian. They reverently call it the king of fruits throughout Southeast Asia, and truly, this extraordinary fruit commands profound respect and understanding. This fascinating creation teaches us invaluable lessons about the critical importance of understanding our individual constitution, current health state, and body's capacity before indulging in such powerful foods. Durian is extraordinarily rich in sulfur compounds, which can dramatically interfere with alcohol metabolism in ways that might genuinely surprise you. If you enjoy an occasional glass of wine, beer, or any alcoholic beverage, combining it with durian consumption can create quite uncomfortable and potentially dangerous reactions, severe nausea, significant blood pressure fluctuations, heart palpitations, and intense digestive distress that can last for hours. But even completely beyond alcohol interactions, durian presents numerous other considerations for our mature, evolving bodies. It contains extraordinarily high concentrations of natural sugars and incredibly dense, heavy fats, which can seriously challenge our digestive fire, especially if it has weakened or changed over the years. I've personally witnessed people experience frightening heart palpitations, excessive internal heat, dangerous blood sugar spikes, and overwhelming fatigue after consuming even moderate amounts of this intensely rich fruit. Consider Elizabeth, a vibrant 8-year-old woman who genuinely loved exploring exotic foods from different cultures. After courageously trying durian for the first time at her local Asian market, she experienced unusual warming sensations throughout her entire body, rapid heartbeat that concerned her greatly, and significant blood sugar fluctuations that persisted for many hours afterward. Her wise body was clearly communicating that this particular fruit was simply too intense and demanding for her current constitution and metabolic capacity. Always listen deeply to your body's profound wisdom. If you're managing diabetes, any heart conditions, high blood pressure, or digestive sensitivities, durian may be asking far more of your system than it can comfortably handle at this stage of your life. Here's something that will likely surprise you tremendously. This gorgeous, uniquely star-shaped fruit contains natural neurotoxins that healthy, robust kidneys normally filter out quite efficiently. However, as our kidneys naturally age and their filtering capacity gradually diminishes, these accumulated toxins can build up dangerously and cause genuinely serious neurological symptoms that seem to come from nowhere. The specific compound I'm referring to is processed exclusively through our kidney pathways, and when these critical pathways become compromised even mildly, something that happens naturally with age, starfruit consumption can lead to severe confusion, frightening muscle twitching, dangerous seizures, and even more serious, life-threatening complications. I once counseled a precious friend, Patricia, age 71, who had mild kidney function decline that she wasn't even remotely aware of. Her routine blood work had never highlighted any concerns, and she felt quite healthy overall. After innocently trying starfruit at a friend's dinner party, she experienced several consecutive days of profound confusion, significant balance problems, and disturbing tremors in her hands that frightened her family tremendously. We immediately removed starfruit completely from her diet, ensured she was drinking plenty of pure water to support kidney function, and her symptoms gradually cleared as her body slowly eliminated the accumulated toxins over several weeks. The real challenge is that kidney function naturally and inevitably declines with age, even in seemingly healthy individuals who take excellent care of themselves. Starfruit simply isn't worth the significant risk when we have access to countless other wonderful, nourishing fruits that provide tremendous benefits without this hidden danger. Cherimoya, also known as custard apple, offers us a perfect, illuminating lesson in how even naturally sweet, creamy, seemingly innocent fruits can contain compounds that challenge our precious nervous system over extended time. While the soft flesh itself isn't immediately dangerous when consumed occasionally, the seeds, skin, and leaves contain significant concentrations of annanasin, natural compounds that emerging research has linked to concerning neurodegenerative effects. The genuinely serious issue is that cherimoya seeds are incredibly easy to consume accidentally because they blend seamlessly into the soft custard-like flesh. Even relatively small amounts of crushed seed material can release these neurotoxins into our system, and our aging bodies naturally become less efficient at identifying, processing, and eliminating these foreign compounds. I remember working with a delightful gentleman named Frederick, who at 67 began incorporating cherimoya regularly into his diet as what he believed was a healthy, natural dessert alternative. He genuinely enjoyed the tropical flavor and creamy texture, eating it several times weekly for months. Gradually, almost imperceptibly, Frederick began noticing increasing fatigue that didn't seem connected to his activity level, slight coordination difficulties that concerned him, and occasional episodes of mental fog that he'd never experienced before. When we carefully examined his entire dietary routine and systematically removed cherimoya from his regular consumption, his energy levels and coordination slowly but definitively improved over the following months. Our nervous system absolutely deserves our protective attention and care, especially as we age and become more vulnerable to environmental and dietary stresses. Why would we risk exposing this vital system to unnecessary, potentially harmful compounds when nature graciously provides us with countless other delicious, completely safe alternatives? Now, please understand, properly ripened papaya is absolutely magnificent for health. It's remarkably gentle on digestion, rich in beneficial enzymes, and wonderfully supportive of our digestive processes. But unripe papaya presents an entirely different, potentially problematic situation, especially for our senior friends who may have developed more sensitive digestive systems over time. Unripe papaya contains dangerously high concentrations of latex compounds and harsh, aggressive enzymes that can significantly irritate our delicate stomach lining, esophagus, and entire digestive tract. As we mature gracefully, our stomach lining naturally becomes more delicate and requires increasingly gentler treatment and consideration. For individuals with latex sensitivities, which are far more common than most people realize, unripe papaya can trigger reactions ranging from mild throat irritation to severe swelling and frightening breathing difficulties. These sensitivities often create cross-reactions with bananas, avocados, chestnuts, and other latex-containing foods. A lovely lady named Dorothy, age 73, experienced intense throat burning and uncomfortable chest tightness after blending an unripe papaya into her morning health smoothie. She initially couldn't understand the connection and worried she might be developing some serious condition. Once we identified the relationship and ensured she only consumed fully ripened papaya with its dramatically reduced latex content, these troubling symptoms completely disappeared. Nature's timing is absolutely perfect. When papaya ripens completely, the problematic latex content drops dramatically, transforming it into a safe, beneficial food for most people. Ackee fruit teaches us perhaps the most sobering and important lesson about respecting nature's precise timing and proper preparation methods.
This tropical fruit contains hypoglycin, a naturally occurring compound that becomes extremely dangerous and potentially life-threatening when the fruit isn't properly and completely ripened.
Consuming unripe ackee can cause severe, dangerous hypoglycemia, dramatic drops in blood sugar that can lead to profound weakness, severe confusion, loss of consciousness, and even life-threatening complications requiring immediate medical intervention. For seniors who may already be managing diabetes, blood sugar challenges, or metabolic sensitivities, this risk becomes exponentially more significant and concerning. The particularly insidious aspect is that symptoms don't always appear immediately, which makes ackee especially tricky and dangerous to assess. Someone might feel completely fine for several hours after eating it, then suddenly experience severe, overwhelming reactions as the toxic compounds begin interfering with the body's natural glucose production processes. This is precisely why numerous countries maintain strict, rigorous regulations about ackee importation, sale, and distribution, unless you're completely certain about proper ripeness assessment and traditional preparation methods, knowledge that requires extensive cultural experience. It's simply not worth the potentially devastating risk, especially for our precious mature community members whose bodies may struggle significantly more with blood sugar regulation and recovery. Finally, let's discuss lychee, this sweet, refreshing, seemingly innocent fruit that can cause genuinely unexpected and dangerous blood sugar drops, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach or in large quantities without proper food combinations. Lychee contains specific natural compounds that significantly interfere with our body's glucose production mechanisms, and when consumed without other stabilizing foods to buffer this dramatic effect, it can cause dangerous hypoglycemia that seems to come from nowhere. For seniors taking diabetes medications, insulin, or those with naturally unstable blood sugar patterns, this combination can become particularly challenging and potentially dangerous. I vividly remember counseling Margaret, a vibrant 9-year-old woman who absolutely loved starting her morning routine with a generous bowl of fresh sweet lychee. She genuinely believed she was making an excellent health choice with this natural, vitamin-rich fruit. Gradually, Margaret began experiencing troubling shakiness, episodes of confusion, and profound weakness that seemed to emerge without any apparent cause. She started worrying about developing serious health conditions and scheduled multiple medical appointments to investigate these concerning symptoms. Once we carefully identified that eating substantial amounts of lychee on an empty stomach was triggering these dramatic blood sugar drops, and she thoughtfully adjusted her routine to include lychee only after balanced meals with protein and healthy fats, her troubling symptoms resolved completely and permanently. The crucial lesson here centers on understanding proper timing, appropriate combinations, and respecting our body's individual needs and responses. My precious friends, don't let this information create fear about nature's healing fruits. Instead, let this knowledge empower you to make informed choices that honor your body's unique needs. As we mature, our relationship with food naturally evolves. What served us in youth might require adjustment in our golden years. This isn't limitation, it's wisdom. Our bodies communicate through symptoms and energy levels. And learning to listen is our greatest gift to ourselves. These fruits aren't inherently dangerous, they're simply powerful, requiring understanding and appropriate application. Some may work beautifully for your constitution, while others might be better avoided based on individual health conditions and medications. Which fruit revelations surprised you most? Have you experienced reactions you now understand with greater clarity? I treasure hearing your stories. They help our community learn together. If this information has served your health journey, please like this message and share it with others who might benefit. Subscribe for more transformative natural health wisdom. Together, we're building a community of empowered individuals who understand that authentic health emerges through knowledge and respect for our body's intelligence. Your health journey is unique and precious. Continue nourishing yourself with wisdom, listen to your body's guidance, and choose foods that support your path with love and intention. Blessings on your journey toward vibrant health.